When it's cold outside, a lot of people will use things like a space heater or a fireplace to stay warm. But if you're not careful, they can be dangerous. Rich Woodruff here from the Utah Red Cross explains how to warm up safely. Rich, thanks for being with us today.
Good to be here. Something a lot of people may not know is the second leading cause of home fire issues and fatalities are heating solutions, space heaters being part of that.
So space heaters are a big problem for you guys. Number two, you said.
Yeah.
So what's the problem with space heaters?
Well, if you leave them unattended or you put them on the wrong surface or they're near anything flammable and they fall over, for example, you know, or even if they're just too close, they get very warm, very hot. Think about a hairdryer sometimes, how hot that is. It can create combustion.
Right, you said if it falls over, so it's just constantly heating that space, whatever it is, whether it's the drapes, whether it's the carpet, and eventually that catches fire from the heat.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't want to leave it unattended just to be safe. Shut it off if you're not in the area where you can kind of keep an eye on it. Keep about a 3-foot square area around it. Make sure it's on a hard surface like maybe a ceramic tile or hardwood floor, and that'll give you that extra measure of safety that you need.
Yeah, it's just one of those things a lot of people need to know. We have them, a lot of people here at work, you know, they've got them in their office, in their cubicle. And I think there's a lot of people probably have them at home. How often do you run into those issues with space heaters?
Quite a bit. You know, in the winter months anyway, we get a big spike. Not just space heaters, but sometimes people will use creative indoor heating solutions. Let's say they want to supplement with using a stove or a cooking range. Not a good idea.
Okay, so you mentioned one idea to be able to help combat some of that is putting it on a flat surface. What else should we know with these space heaters to do it the right way?
Well, have the right kind of space heater. Anymore, most of them have this feature. If on the bottom of this, there's a little button.
On the bottom right here?
On the bottom right here.
You kind of show it right there for people right there. So there's a
see the button. So what
does that do?
If it falls over, it shuts off.
Oh, so that button is a kill switch.
It is.
Okay.
It is. So if for whatever reason it tips over, it's going to shut it off. A lot of the older ones may not have that feature, so that's important to know. Small things
good to
like
know
that.
When you're buying the space heater, start with one like that.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned space heaters are the number 2 problem, but you have other issues with other heating sources. What should we do about things like fireplaces or wood-burning stoves?
Well, fireplaces can emit sparks. You know, that can be a problem. So make sure it's got a nice screen on it. Of course, you know, keep attending to the fire. The other thing is to make sure your chimney is clean, because it'll build up creosol, which is flammable, and you could get a fire up in the chute of the chimney, and that could spread into the attic and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's one of those things you don't necessarily think of. Yeah, you know when it's cold, you'll turn on the fire, but in between then and let's say the summer, you haven't cleaned that chimney out in who knows how long.
Yeah, people may not think about that. The other thing we always want to encourage people is always make sure your smoke alarms work, because that'll give you that extra margin of safety as well. Most of these fires happen early morning while people are sleeping, so the smoke alarm gives the alert. It cuts the risk of dying in a fire by 50%, if you can believe that.
All right, good
to
know.
More smoke alarms, evacuation plans, that all makes a difference.
How do they find all that safety information about the Red Cross here, Rich?
Redcross.org. We also have an app, an emergency app, that's going to have a lot of this kind of information in it.
Okay, so we have a link to that on our website, abc4.com/GMU, talking fire safety this morning with Rich Woodruff from the Utah Red Cross. Keeping us warm and keeping us safe. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Brian.
You bet. Sarah, over to you.